6 questions to answer, and I cannot believe that we have this many questions to answer in a week.
Exciting.
And we're gonna do I don't understand. It's not a contest.
Yes.
You have to
Drawing.
like. You have to subscribe.
Okay, so you enter for the contest to win a $25 gift card. You have to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications,
Right.
as well as share one of our videos. And you'll be entered, and the winner will be announced at the end of January.
Yes, love it.
So, Greg, thank you.
Greg Johnson.
Greg Johnson.
From Concrete Earth.
From Concrete Earth, Regional Sales, Southwest Region. Ding!
Ding!
Can you give me an idea of a good mix design for foundations? Of course. I have a 50,000 square foot pour coming up next year for a new school in California. Ooh, no, really need to worry about freezing. Well, foundation, as long as it's under 3 feet, under the frost line, you're kosher. Colloidal silica as admixed as the MVRA, which stands for Moisture Vapor Reducing Admixture. Thanks. Let me know if you need any more information. Hey, Greg, if you ever have any more information, we want to always get that.
Sure.
It'll help us make a better decision. Here, that's your phone.
Thank you.
And bear in mind that we're not going to be able to control the materials where you get them, so
Right.
please take our
It's just a
advice
suggestion, but you need to obviously do testing
with
and
a grain of
validation
salt. Yeah,
on
good
your own
concrete
stuff.
practices.
Right.
You know, California aggregate compared to other aggregates sucks. And what I mean by that is
It's reactive.
I don't feel any personal vendetta. No, it sucks in a lot of water. It has a very high absorption rate, especially around like the San Diego region. It has anywhere between a 1.2 and a 1.4% absorption. I could be off on that. I
That's a
believe
little
it's. I know it's around 1.2, but even that, it's flipping high. So anyway, for a foundation, 50,000 square foot. Let's just guess for a second, Greg, that it's a foundation for, I don't know,
He said
warehouse, industrial
He said
warehouse.
school.
He said a school.
Is that a school?
Awesome. So not a lot of load bearing, so
Right.
we don't need a extra thick mat foundation
Right.
that's 9 feet thick. Did he say what type of foundation it was?
Let me see.
Because I would guess it's a continuous spread footing.
Didn't say. Just new school.
So schools normally need some type of moisture vapor emission rate reduction.
Sure.
And then they need an ASTM F710-11 and ASTM F3010- I can't remember, type of floor or type of resilient flooring to it. Same stuff that you see in Walmart, those tiles that don't go on the floor. And then they need to use ASTM D4258 and 4259 to do a surface prep, and then go after ASTM F1769 and then 2190, I think it is, for the moisture vapor emission rate and the
2170
2170
relative humidity.
and the relative humidity. Hey, I was pretty close.
You
I got it
were
all.
very close. I can't remember. I can never remember
So-
MVR, but I...
There's a whole slew of things that go into it, and a mix design, a great book to look at for moisture resilient flooring methods is Howard Knarr's book. I mean, literally the greatest book for that topic. I love that book. We'll put a link to that below. It's published by the Portland Cement Association.
Oh, is that the one you got at that ACM?
Yes,
Yeah.
I read it cover to cover like 3 or 4 times. Want to get him to sign it, but he seems mean.
A little put off by that.
Yeah, I'm going to. It's going to take a little bit of courage, but I've only seen him a few times too. So with the concrete, I don't know if you were asking about the foundation itself or the floor. So I'll go into the mix design for both, and for both I would use somewhere between a 4,000 and maybe a 4,500 psi mix. And if it's a brand new mix, you can add 1,200 psi to that. So if it's a 4,000 mix, you would actually need to get a strength of 5,200 at 28 days. It's a 4,500, 5,700. I would say 517 pounds to 564 pounds total cementitious. If you have some reactive aggregate, anywhere from 15 for AAR or ASR, or alkali silica, or alkali aggregate reactivity or alkali silica reactivity, put 15 to 25% of a class F fly ash. Silica fume, 5 to 7.5%. A high range water reducer, I guess I would stick with a mid-range that has more of a melamine or a naphthalene type, especially if you're finishing it. Water to cementitious ratio, especially if you're using a good fly ash, I would stay lower around the 0.42 to 0.45 range, and I would not go above 0.45 range for both. Now, you can go a little rockier on the foundation, especially if you're going to have some heavy equipment in there to get a higher strength and a higher flexural strength out of it. But theoretically, you could use the same mix for your continuous spread footing, your column foundations, or even your stem wall. But for your flat work mix, for your 50,000 square feet, you want to use a finishable mix. And with California aggregate, it does have a high absorption, so it might become a little bit stickier, especially if you start using a polycarboxylate style high range water reducer. So to piggyback on that, yeah, I would use colloidal silica. You could use it in the foundation mix to get a little bit more efficiency out of the cementitious, a little more strength out of it, but in the 50,000 square foot, totally use colloidal silica based technology to lock up that moisture. And I would go low, 2 ounces per hundredweight. If you're at a 0.45 water cementitious ratio, yeah, you should be good. The last piece of it, if you're using that colloidal silica, especially if you bump it up to 6 ounces per hundredweight, somewhere between a 10 and a 15 nanometer particle, you're not going to see any bleed water. So you're going to want to get some topical admixture, a good finishing aid, to make that surface creamy and dreamy, and also lock up the surface. There's a lot of great products out there. The one that I like is Creech Shield by Obex. We'll put a link below, and we've even done some early videos. We did a finishing aid tutorial, or topical admixture tutorial, so we'll put a link for that below too. So that's what I would do. I love your idea of using the colloidal silica, especially as that moisture vapor reducing admixture. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you have any more information, I can go into more detail. So thanks again, awesome question. Go concrete, beat asphalt.